Isolation is the condition of being alone, especially when it makes you feel unhappy. Or as psychologist Anthony Storr defines it, it is the transition that comes with self-discovery and self-realization, with becoming aware of one's deepest needs, feelings, and impulses. Joker is a film that has been severely overanalyzed since its original release this past October, becoming a worldwide phenomenon for mainstream audiences, comic book fans, and film buffs who come up with the weirdest theories about the film's ending. Like, what is the cloak theory even about? So you may be asking, then what the fuck are you making an explained video? What else could you bring to the table? Is there anything else you can bring to the table? Because it seems that every single person who talks about movies has made a video about Joker. I'm the Joker, baby! Listen, in this video I won't be trying to come up with a new theory or anything like that. My intention by covering this film is to explain and dissect the character of Arthur and understand the overall hidden meanings of the film. So how could I bring something new to the table other than my personal opinion? Well, even though Todd Phillips, the director of Joker, said that this is outdated, an early draft from the script from April 2018 may just reveal some interesting points and concepts that will help me to comprehend a bit better what the fuck this film is about. Throughout his life, Arthur has been disappointed because of his constant hysterical laughing condition, accompanying his mental illness, impeding him from having a normal interaction with anyone. This causes a constant alienation from everyone else, a sense of feeling apart, disconnected, misunderstood, miserable. Emotions that fuel his anger that is hidden by his constant isolation. Arthur's life is full of trash, literally and metaphorically. The streets of Gotham are dirty, not only with the outgoing rat plague, but also from the egocentric nature of their citizens. Arthur is tortured by this mock essence. However, he neither embraces his condition, nor tries to do anything about it. Well, that is until... The one time he tries to do something in self-defense is the moment that marks his initial trajectory and essentially catapults his transition to becoming Joker. The bathroom scene represents this change. We see Arthur dancing in different points of the film. These moments are ones of transition, change, where Joker is slowly emerging. Coming back to the metro scene, he celebrates the 3 killings of the Wall Street guys by a ballad-style dance in a dirty bathroom. In the original scene, Arthur would feel disgusted by his acts, trying to wash off his makeup and even trying to kill himself. Actually, in the 2018 draft, Joker showed suicidal thoughts from very early in the movie. One example is how at the beginning of the film, instead of being hostile towards Hoyt, he slams his head into the wall, headbutting it hard, leaving him bleeding. Coming back to the bathroom scene, he would also talk to his own reflection in the mirror, which would probably foreshadow Sophie's twist in the 3rd act, which we will talk about later. But it didn't play like this. Rather than telling you how Arthur feels, Todd Phillips decided to just show you. He's trying to escape as he did when he was holding the gun back at his apartment.
No, it's not him.
So from this we can piece together, counting the end of the film, that dancing for Joker means basically change. A feeling that he has no idea how to express other than dancing. I would say that this scene is a visual representation of how the draft and the finished script compare to each other. On one hand, we see Joker being more intense, direct, and expressive with its discontent with everyone else, while in the other hand we have a more reserved, close to Joker. There is also another massive change that was made to the script. Sophie is a character that in the finished script, Arthur shows to be distant. Not only that, but she turns out to be imaginary. A twist that I honestly did see coming a mile away, but still managed to be shocking. The only human being in the whole film that shows a little sympathy with Joker turned out to be, well, fake. Which is why it's really interesting how in the draft script, Sophie actually talked to Joker, and she was real. Yes, there is no Fight Club-ish twist, and Sophie was a more developed character. For instance, when Joker follows Sophie, he manages to speak to her at her job in the bank. The conversation doesn't go too well, and later on it is revealed that she gets fired because of it. What I mean by this is Joker, instead of having an imaginary girlfriend, Arthur simply misunderstands the friendly conversations he has with Sophie. He even leaves her money before he goes to his act in the Mary Franklin show. Are you telling me that Joker isn't that bad after all? What? It's really weird how these alterations changed the film and the character of Arthur completely. There is also an overall lack of imaginary scenes on the draft script. There is no imaginary scene at the Mary Franklin show at the beginning, a scene that basically represents how Joker sees Murray. This want for a father figure is still present in the draft script, being the belief that Thomas Wayne is his father, but it is a little bit laid back to concentrate more in the search of identity on Arthur's journey. A search that is very present in the film, but combined with a desire to have a father. Which is why, when he finds out that not only Thomas Wayne is not his father, but that he is adopted, he loses everything. He kills his mother, he kills his work buddies, and finally he plans to kill himself. Because doing this is the only way he'll finally be seen. He becomes the only sense of identity he has left, his mask. Not only that, but he selects his hair, just like the Wall Street assholes he killed. He paints his mouth with his mother's lipstick. He puts on a suit, just like Mary Franklin does. He even uses the colors used in the show's entry curtain. He's no longer the miserable, reserved loser like Arthur Fleck. He's Joker. His dancing isn't slow and ballet stylized anymore. He is now dancing victoriously on the stairs, celebrating that he's the one manipulating the masses. This classic scene captures the essence of Arthur's journey. It gives meaning to his dreadful transition, signifying that he doesn't need a mask anymore, because he's ready to tell the whole world who he really is.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Once Joker arrives to the Mary Franklin show, does his ridiculous entrance, and starts to talk to Mary, he realizes that literally killing himself doesn't make any sense. Then in one way, he has already metaphorically committed suicide, which is why to complete his transformation to its fullest, he shoots Mary
When you
in the
cross
face.
a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash.
Call the police,
I'll
Chief.
tell you what you get.
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Breaking news. Popular TV talk show host Murray Franklin shot dead tonight on the live telecast of his program by one of his guests.
Introduced by Franklin as Joker is currently under arrest. It's merely just a punchline to his joke.
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do.
So by the end he embraces this feeling. He embraces the ballet style dancing. His victory dance is now slow and paused, but also aggressive and ruthless. finally smiling, embracing his lifelong condition caused by abuse. At the very end of the film, the draft script conveys a final detail regarding the veracity of the events that occurred. After we see Joker laughing, the psychiatrist asks Joker to write about his nearest episode, which Joker responds with a white page in his journal. Then Joker laughs again, and the psychiatrist asks, "What's so funny?" Which Joker answers, "Just thinking of this joke." The psychiatrist asks, "Do you want to tell it to me?" Which Joker answers, "No." The psychiatrist, unsure, asks, "Because you don't think I'll get it?" Which Joker responds with, "Because it's personal. It's between me and him." Is he talking about Bruce or Thomas Wayne? Or maybe his real father? Or maybe even Murray? The answer is no. Yes, in the original film we see a brief scene with the famous Batman origin story, but I think Todd intended for this scene to signify a joke between the new and the old Arthur. Being Joker, the me, and being the him, his old self, and being the joke, all the horrific acts he committed to change. How the death of Thomas and Martha Wayne means basically that, the end of Arthur and the rise of Joker.
Shut up, show me